I think it's pretty safe to say that Darth Vader is the true face of the Star Wars franchise when it comes to the Skywalker saga. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of fans are very excited to see in Episode 9 is, of course, how Kylo Ren will be taken down a far darker path than how he ever was before in The Force Awakens and in The Last Jedi. We do know that J.J. Abrams will be applying a lot of elements of Darth Vader into the character of Kylo Ren, which should be pretty exciting indeed. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc., one of which has all to do with Kylo Ren, Darth Vader, and Rey. Specifically, a description of Kylo holding the Skywalker lightsaber hilt in the middle of a battlefield with Rey laying on the ground in the background. He is holding it with both hands, in which he eventually starts to witness a vision of Darth Vader fighting Luke Skywalker on Cloud City. It's described that Vader's breathing is audible during the vision. Both Luke and Vader are fighting inside of the corridor, all the way to the point in which Vader takes and dismembers Luke's hand. As Luke screams, Kylo exits the vision and seems distracted, only for this Skywalker saber to be force-pulled from his hands from Rey on the battlefield. This seems to be an in-between moment for a lightsaber duel in which Rey may have been knocked unconscious for a moment and wakes up and takes the saber away from Kylo. So I wanted to go over a couple of points here that really do raise my interest for this big lightsaber duel to come between both Kylo Ren and Rey. Now, if this actually does make it to the final cut of the movie, Kylo Ren will have a moment finally with his grandfather's original lightsaber, the iconic Anakin Skywalker lightsaber that was actually handed on over to Luke Skywalker in A New Hope, and how he used it in The Empire Strikes Back and eventually lost it and made its way back into The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. So this saber has gone through a lot of stuff over the decades, right? So looking at Kylo Ren, this most definitely lines directly up with J.J. Abrams and his original plan for Darth Vader to be inserted into a Star Wars movie, in the sequel trilogy physically speaking here, in the form of a flashback/vision. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but J.J. Abrams originally wanted to do a scene for The Force Awakens in which we would actually be able to see the major fight between both Luke and Vader from The Empire Strikes Back. Though unfortunately that actually did not make the final cut of that movie, and it was ultimately scrapped and we never got to see it, and it never saw the light of day. So it seems as though that J.J. Abrams, Chris Terrio, and crew are toying around with the idea of implementing the sequence into Star Wars Episode 9 in order to continue what we actually witnessed in The Force Awakens through Rey's eyes. Now we can see it through Kylo Ren's eyes as he holds the Skywalker saber hilt. Should be a very interesting Darth Vader cameo for sure, and I think that if you look at the Star Wars franchise, as I said before in the beginning of this video, I really do believe that he is the true face of Star Wars. We do know that J.J. Abrams is bringing back that Darth Vader tone in the background for this movie, just like how he did in The Force Awakens. Basically, Darth Vader in The Force Awakens was looming in the background of Kylo Ren's mind. We even got to see the Darth Vader melted helmet, and, you know, how Kylo's obsessed with Vader. That was a bigger part in that movie than how it was in The Last Jedi, but that whole entire aspect of things will be making its way back into Star Wars Episode 9, which honestly I think is a great thing. I think that bringing back, you know, Vader into the equation here is the right thing to do, since this is the final Skywalker saga film, and after all, Darth Vader is a Skywalker. He was once Anakin Skywalker, so it only makes sense to put him in here and to give us, you know, one big glimpse of the character of Vader in action, going up against his son, Luke, from The Empire Strikes Back, the original idea that was supposed to be in The Force Awakens film. But let me know what you guys think about this. Why would Kylo Ren even have a vision of touching the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber, since now it's actually going to be reforged in this movie? So what I find intriguing though is how he actually has a moment with it. He gets sucked into a vision, he sees more moments of Darth Vader's life, he snaps out of it, and that's when the saber leaves his hands and falls back into the hands of Rey, and that's when the battle begins once again. So everything seems like it's going to have like that traditional lightsaber duel in this movie with the little breaks in between, but J.J. Abrams is going to be changing it up quite a bit. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.